I am leaving early morning after Fajr prayer. I want to visit a very big awliya. His name is Sheikh Abdullah Daghestani. He came from Dagestan to Turkey, then immigrated by the order of Sayyidina Muhammad ﷺ to Damascus and settled there in one mosque in Medan. If you like to come with me, most welcome. And Mevlana Sheikh Nazim, he said, just I heard the name of Sheikh Abdullah Daghestani and what he was telling me, I remember what my Sheikh in Turkey, he told me, that my heart was trembling, shaking, my body all shivering. And I said to myself, this is the main reason for my immigration to these countries, Islamic countries, to Damascus. And I told him, yes, I will go quickly. I will be accompanying you. And next day morning, I came with him. We reached to Damascus and we went to downtown. There is a place called Medan, and in the Medan there was a mosque called Jami' al-Daqqaq. We prayed, we reached till Asr, from morning to Asr, because at that time by buses and no ways, difficult and like this. So after praying Asr, we went to visit this big awliya, this big sheikh called Sheikh Abdullah Daghestani. And just we entered to his zawiyah, and his zawiyah was, he was living in the cemetery, Bab al-Saghir, in the maqam of a big awliya called Sheikh Hassan al-Jabawi. Down like here, the maqams and the graves, up there was a room and like this, and Grand Sheikh used to stay in this room. For 6 years he made khalwa and his family with him in the cemetery in this room. And just we enter, knocked at the door of the zawiyah, the Grand Sheikh, Mevlana Sheikh Abdullah Daghestani, opened the door and just he looked at me, he say, most welcome for the one whom we are asking for him to come. And then he speak, not looking at us, looking far away from us and saying, I received what you sent to me. He was speaking to Sheikh Sulaiman al-Zirumi, to this wali. I received now, Sheikh Nazim was speaking to him. I received this amana. I received. And this is what the first meeting for me with Mevlana Sheikh Abdullah Daghestani. And at that time my age was 23 years of age. And from that time I was so attached to him, and I didn't left him at all until Grand Sheikh passed away from dunya. And this meeting was in 1945, and I remained with him from 1945 till 1973, the end of 1973. I heard in these years from my Sheikh 7,000 lectures, each lecture 3 hours, in Turkish language, and all I write them. After I leave the Sheikh, go to my home, I sit and write them as he used to say them. Not when he was speaking to me I was writing, no. Memorizing. Only I was listening, memorizing, going home after 1, 2, 3 hours sitting and writing the 3-hour lecture of Grand Sheikh. And Grand Mevlana Sheikh Nazim said, and after he is welcoming us, and we were sitting with him, he started his lecture and he was opening in it and speaking about all kind of divinely knowledge, divinely wisdoms, divinely secrets, something which was never yet even been discussed or mentioned by Sayyidina Muhyiddin ibn al-Arabi or big awliya whom they wrote about Sufism or these divinely knowledge. He used to give us as if getting from Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from the divinely oceans of knowledge from Allah Almighty, and translating to us like this, until he solved for me all of whatever I have from questions in Sharia or in reality. Whatever was passing in through my heart all these years and whatever I get from education, he solved it for me in this short lecture of 3 hours which I was sitting with him. Then, which make me to be so much connecting with him more and more, he then began to speak about Sahib al-Zaman, Sayyidina Muhammad al-Mahdi, and he was explaining and describing the smallest to the biggest news of him, and how he's going to appear, how he's going to fight, how he is going to settle the dunya in peace, as if he was in front of him this time and describing it to me, minute by minute, minute by minute, minute by minute, until the lecture is finished. I was so attracted and connected to him, much more than when I heard from in Turkey from this awliya whom he teach me and he told me about Sheikh Abdullah Daghestani. Now I am feeling what I am behind. Then he was speaking to me about the descending of Sayyidina Isa al-Masih, Jesus alayhi salam, and how much he is going to rule until he will pass away from dunya. Then he was continuing his lecture until Sayyidina, the Malaika, the angel Israfil will blow in the horn, and the day of judgment, how is going to happen and what's going to happen in the court, big court of Allah Almighty. Then he spoke to me about whatever is going to be in that day, and then he finished it by the ones whom they are going to enter to paradise and the ones whom they are going to enter to hell. And all these secrets he was giving in such a way, all divinely secrets, which not like they wrote ulama or scholars in the books or in the fiqh or sharia. It is something that he was describing as if happening, and I am seeing, and I was feeling that I am seeing all these details and all these pictures like I am watching a TV. And this is what I was searching all my life, and this which I am behind. I want this knowledge, and I found it there. Even he said, Mevlana, that Sayyidina Muhyiddin ibn al-Arabi and or any other awliya, they didn't write it or put it in such details and descriptions and secrets and wisdoms as Grand Sheikh give it in this lecture of 3 hours. And then you will find me that totally I surrendered to him and give up myself to him. Even I am very difficult myself to me at that time, because I was feeling that I am very high in the Sufi stations as Imam in the Sufi ways, and everyone respecting me, but I found myself as if a toy in between the hand of this Sheikh Abdullah Daghestani. Then after finishing Grand Sheikh Mevlana Sheikh Abdullah Daghestani, he asked Sheikh Subai and asked me, you have any question or anything in your mind, yani, what is the purpose of this visit? As if he doesn't know, he making himself. I spoke. I told him my intention is to immigrate to Medina al Munawwara and to be a neighbor to Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He told me, my son, we are people of reality. We are men of Allah Almighty. We don't talk from our egos. We don't talk from ourselves.
Oh.
If you want to ask me such a question, I must ask Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because every night, when it remains the third part of the night, I am up in the diwan of Sayyidina Muhammad. I will go up spiritually. I will be in the divine presence of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and there I will ask for you from him. And tomorrow come after Fajr prayer, and I will tell you what Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam will say, not me. And then he put